insurance. This even after legislative efforts like the Insure Louisiana Incentive Program. According to the State Insurance Commission, some companies taking part in that program have already limited their policy writing because they were overbooked. The commission reports a high demand for new policies for homeowners, exceeding the amount these companies can write. In the meantime, homeowners are encouraged to continue to shop around for insurance every month until you can find the best option. But that's a tip some in Acadiana say they've already tried.
I still got one kid at home and my girlfriend in the house, so I'm paying it for them. I told them I live offshore. I just visit home every now and then. So they get to enjoy it, not me.
Insurance rates are rising because of FEMA's new insurance system known as Risk Rating 2.0. Now, our partners over at The Advocate, they created this interactive map. It shows the increase in insurance premiums. Say, for instance, you type in 70538 area code. Premiums there are rising by 181%. The average premiums would go from $1,500 to more than $4,000. And Insurance Commissioner Jim Donlin is reminding homeowners to also check roof coverage. Although it might be listed in policies to rebuild your home or repair damages, double check for other limits to see if the policy will actually pay for damage to roofs and other surfaces.
Here's Rob's 24-hour forecast.
Temperatures holding in the mid to upper 70s this evening. It's a beautiful evening overall with dew points in the upper 60s. We should get down into the upper 60s for a low tonight. Clouds across the area. A few spotty showers still on Power Doppler 3 at this hour. A few showers in Acadia Parish. Elsewhere, things are quieting down as expected. And we'll do it all over again for tomorrow. Meanwhile, out in the tropics, a little news there is the National Hurricane Center keeping an eye on this area of disturbed weather in the east central Gulf of Mexico. No concerns here close to home, but we're 2 days away from the beginning of hurricane season, so we'll talk a little bit more about that and how things are going to be approached differently coming up this year. Weather-wise, we're talking temperatures upper 60s to lower 70s overnight tonight, then another nice warm-up to about 90 for a high tomorrow. Still relatively comfortable humidity, not much of a breeze out there, and a slight chance of an afternoon or early evening shower or thunder shower with rain chances across the board, 20% or less. Better rain chances in the 10-day forecast. We'll tell you when, plus update you on what's happening in the tropics coming up in just a bit.
Well, there's again a national shortage in lifeguards around the country. According to the American Lifeguard Association, it could affect about 100,000 of the country's public pools, including some in Acadiana. As Christina Mondragon reports, there's still time to train and get a job this summer.
No need to sound the alarm at the Riverside Swim Club in Lafayette, where manager Robert Guillory says they hired 8 additional lifeguards this year.
One of the reasons why there's a shortage is that they have to pay a hefty fee to be a lifeguard, and then they have to go to a 20-hour course. And they have to take tests, they have to show proficiency in swimming, proficiency in saving people. So it's not an easy thing to do. Not everybody passes the course, and it's $200+ to tuition fee.
Meanwhile, over at City of Lafayette Aquatics, there's still openings for summer lifeguard shifts.
We definitely need a lot of lifeguards on duty to be able to cover the whole pool, because this is a really big pool for one person to watch, and when there's a lot of kids, it's especially difficult.
Although it is a high-pressure job, lifeguarding is one of the most important summer jobs anyone can have.
You get to protect people, you get to save their lives, you're a really important person if you're a lifeguard. I think some people are a little bit intimidated sometimes by the idea of lifeguarding, but it is a really fun and rewarding job.
In Lafayette, Christina Mondragon, KATC TV3.
You may be looking for cool outdoor activities as temperatures continue to rise. In Iberia Parish, the splash pad in Willowwood Park opened Saturday and will remain open until August 5th. In Broussard, the St. Julian Park splash pad is open from 11 until 8 until October 31st. And then there's also a splash pad in Girard Park and one in Park Sans-Souci. Now, if you're looking for fun by the pool instead, the Robichaux Center in Lafayette is open on swim days, open to the public Fridays and Saturdays, 1:30 to 4:30. In Youngsville, the Youngsville Sports Complex is hosting the grand opening of the Pixis Splash Park next week. That will be open from 10 in the morning until sunset.
On to state news. The United Cajun Navy out with a statement tonight on the disappearance of U-High grad Cameron Robbins in the Bahamas. They say the group's Bahamas chapter, formed after Hurricane Dorian, conducted its own search for the teen with boats and planes Wednesday. But after 48 hours, officials called off the search. United Cajun Navy Vice President Brian Thrasher is expressing his sympathy for the family.
It took a lot of strength for them to go out there and stay for a few days, and when we offered to take him out in a boat to the area where he went overboard and some of the areas where they were searching, they went, which I know had to be very emotional for him, but they went.
A bill that would legalize permitless concealed carry is on its way to the full Senate. A Senate committee advanced that legislation to allow permitless concealed carry for people over 21. The committee amended the bill to change the age requirement for carrying concealed firearms without a permit or training to 21 from 18. Those against the bill said the training and background checks that are required to obtain a concealed carry permit are important safeguards. Supporters said the bill is consistent with the Second Amendment and it would place Louisiana in line with 27 other states that have similar laws in place. Still ahead right here on Acadiana's News Channel at 10, the search for survivors continues in Iowa days after that partial building collapse. At 10:20, find out why that site was the scene of a protest today.
And if you like the weather of late, you're going to like the next couple of days, but changes on the way and they could come by the weekend. We'll talk more about that and update you on what's happening in the tropics coming up right after the break.
Detectives with the Acadia Parish Sheriff's Office are seeking the public's information regarding a 2019 cold case homicide. On August 3rd of 2019, the victim, identified as Timothy Bro, 40 of Crowley, was found deceased from a gunshot wound on Wilder Road just south of Crowley. The victim's vehicle was discovered on the prior day in the 1200 block of West 4th Street in Crowley at approximately 2 p.m. Law enforcement needs the public's assistance to solve this crime. If you have any information regarding this crime, you're urged to call the TIPS line at 789-TIPS or download our P3 app on your mobile device to report your tip. All callers will remain anonymous and can receive up to a $2,500 cash reward for information leading to an arrest in this case. Be the difference. For Crime Stoppers of Acadia Parish, I'm Sheriff K.P. Gibson.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crime Stoppers at 789-TIPS. You could earn up to a $1,000 cash reward. From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, some good looking weather out there today. Not a bad start, upper 60s, topped out at 91, but you can see that compares favorably with the normals of 71 and 91. No records being threatened. Overall, pretty dry month as well, and we could use more significant rain chances, but don't have those for a while, although odds of a scattered afternoon shower or thunderstorm should improve for the weekend, and we'll tell you why. First off, though, let's take a look at the upper level pattern, and we're kind of in between two systems. A ridge of high pressure off to our north and west that's providing a nice dry northerly flow aloft, and we have this upper level low out in the Gulf of Mexico. It's not doing a whole lot right now, but we'll be watching this system. And there's that low pressure system, the upper low part of it that produced all the rough weather off the South Carolina coast that produced that rough conditions with that Carnival cruise. If you saw the video on that over the weekend, it was pretty wild. Now here we go, showers and storms across the front range of the Rockies into the high plains. Typical early summer pattern with some strong storms, gusty winds and hail there. Meanwhile, locally we did have a few showers across the area. You see there's not a whole lot going on in the Gulf of Mexico, and as we bring in 10 Doppler radars, we see most of the shower activity north and west of the Houston area, some thunderstorm activity by the Conroe area, and then we'll come into Louisiana and Acadiana, and I got a 12-hour loop here, and just to kind of show you how things developed during the course of the afternoon. It got pretty busy over southwest Louisiana, and again we'll go through once again, and we had isolated activity, mainly coastal parishes and southwest Louisiana. Some strong thunderstorms, and things have quieted down with the exception of some little